Hi, welcome everybody, and it's a great pleasure to talk to one of our toppers who've done so well and has passed this MCA exam. It is so exciting to introduce Dr. Darshita. Dr. Darshita, are you here?
Yes, sir, I'm here. Thank you so much.
Hey, hi, Darshita. Well done, and stupendous achievement, and amazing to see that you got 205 marks. And it is, when I was seeing the pass marks and I was seeing the results, the whole PDF came to me, and I saw there were so many students, unfortunately, who could not make it this time, and there were so few. I mean, the number of people who passed is so few this time. So having passed and passing more than 200 marks is seriously amazing. So well deserved and congratulations. It's such a proud moment for us to see you excel with such abundance of marks. Well done, Dr. Darshita.
Thank you.
So you're where have you done your MBBS from, Dr. Darshita?
Sir, I have completed my MBBS from DMSF, Davao City, Philippines.
Philippines, right? And
yes.
You've gone through a lot of training to staying in a foreign country and getting used to that place, and then trying to understand their way of teaching and getting to understand your subject, and then learning all of MBBS, coming to India, adopting to how we are different and what we expect out of you to pass this exam. It's been a long journey, and I believe you've done this in your first attempt, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
It's very heartening to know that, and well-deserved congratulations. You must congratulate your parents also from my behalf and from the team of PrepLadder, because your parents go through a lot. Your parents go through a lot when you are struggling and you're striving so hard for getting success, and MBBS is such a long course. So congratulations to everybody in the family.
Thank you so much, sir.
Right. Tell us about your journey. When did you start preparing? When did when did this, when you went to Philippines, you knew that you had to come and pass this exam. So tell us about your journey. When did you decide to start preparing for this exam?
Sir, actually, the first and second year of MBBS are quite itself, they're very enduring, and I don't think I was thinking about preparing for FMG in the first 2 years. But then, yes, in the end of third year, I thought that I should be starting to prepare it now, since the Indian system and the system in Philippines, they're kind of different. So I thought that I have to cope up with the, like, PSM is totally a different subject in India, and it's not taught there, and like it's totally different. So I thought some subjects are different like that. So I started preparing in the end of my third year. Just the basic topics I used to learn, like basic concepts, I used to revise on the first and the second year. And in the fourth year, actually, over there also, it was like clinical. Fourth year is basically clinical. So we had to rotate in hospitals. So I didn't get much time there to,
But then it was always on the back of your mind that you have to come back to the country. I'm knowing you that you've done so well. I'm sure you must have been doing well even in the exams there, in all your first, second, third year exams. So it must be always on the back of your mind कि India तो वापस जाना है, वहाँ जाके I have to pass this exam and I have to do. So when did this start? When did it start troubling you? Like, no, let me hit the books for the Indian exam. Was it after your exam in Philippines, or was it while you exam in Philippines?
Sir, I would say that beginning of my fourth year, when I started to give the exams, then it was like that I have literally no time left, and I have to go back to my country like within a year, and FMG is very close and the syllabus is quite vast. So I thought that it's the right time to start preparing, but then again, I did not have that much time. So still I used to manage to get some time here and there, and I used to always pick up the main topics. I had a list of the most important FMG topics, and I used to read from there, because I anyway knew that when I'll come back to India, I'll start from scratch and I'll do it all over again.
Wow. So, yes, that's what I've been talking to a lot of students, that live your journey through the first, second, third year. Learn medicine as it is taught, not by just reading MCQs and not by just reading to the point. Learn the subject, learn around the subject. And by the time you're in final year, that's the time when you start concentrating all that knowledge into your exam which you're writing and also preparing for the MCI. So that is the perfect time when you started reading for the MCI especially. So what was your introduction to PrepLadder? How did PrepLadder start helping you in your preparation for your exam, the one which you just passed?
Sir, actually, I really like the revision videos, and I used to practice the question banks a lot because starting, I used to learn from the videos, obviously, and the videos are like the clinical part is different and the conceptual part is different. So it gives you very good, format. Like first you learn the concept and then you go to the clinical aspect, then you understand it clinically. Like you imagine how a patient would be in front of you. Like so.
Were we able to recreate the clinical situation for you when you were reading the questions? Were you able to associate with what you saw in your work, your time in Philippines, the cases and how you could correlate with the clinical situations? Was it helpful?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There were actually many cardiology cases which I was read. There was a 6 or 7 line question, and when I was going through, I literally imagined one patient of mine, and it was really relatable. Like it was the exact scenario. So I think yes, sir, the clinical questions were really helpful to me, and it made me widen my horizon about the clinical knowledge.
So, Dr. Darshika, what I want to know is that when you did your basic preparation from whichever source and you started understanding the subject, let's say for cardiology and medicine, which you were talking, then you started doing the clinical question bank of PrepLadder. So, did you find that there were some topics which could not be taken care of in your basic lectures and your basic notes, and you found some extra topics, those extra clinical situations which could be sorted out by reading the clinical question bank?
Yes, sir. I would definitely say when I used to read the question, there were many terms and many scenarios where I did not know of them. So when I used to get to the answer, I finally used to add that particular information into my notes because that was an additional information to me.
Precisely.
So yes, sir. So that always helped me a lot. I always used to keep extra notes of the topic which were extra things in the question. Yes, I used to take note of them.
So wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, that's what we say, that no amount of videos and no amount of live classes we can do to give you all the knowledge which comes in medicine, surgery, gynae, wherever. No, none of us can do that because it's such a huge subject. When you see a whole of medicine as a subject, we cannot say that this is the course. We cannot define a course. So we tell you what is important in the lectures. But then in the clinical question bank of PrepLadder, we give you the extra scenarios which have come in the exams, apart from the regular questions which have come. So good that the question bank has helped you in revising and knowing the extra bits, which was very, very crucial. So yes, how much time did you give to the preparation of your exams? How much time you gave for the question bank reading? When did you start reading it? At what stage of your preparation when you start reading the question bank, and how much time you gave to this?
Sir, in the 4th year itself, I used to practice the question here and there, but that was with no preparation. In the month of December last year, I started preparing subject-wise. First, I used to read the subject as a whole, and then I used to come to the question bank. Then also in the end, I also then revised the question bank again. I did a few grand tests also, and after completing each subject, I used to do the question bank. Any additional information which was provided there, I used to note it down to my notes. So I think the extra information really helped me to understand the concept even better.
So we have some bookmark questions. We have some questions which are, bookmarked so that you should, how are they helpful?
Sir, actually the bookmark questions were, for the very important topics which were out there, like very important for FMG, very conceptual based questions those were. So that actually I used to read them twice or thrice so that they'll be I will get a very thorough idea of that particular topic if ever it comes to me again. It was really helpful, sir.
Wow, that is so heartening to know that, and very, we feel satisfied that our efforts in making this clinical question bank have paid off for a student like you. And tell me one thing, that was this preparation, revision with the question bank, was it enough? You feel that you could get all the questions which came in all the subjects, or some subjects were better than the others, and you have you've done the small question on small subjects from this, or you've done the big subjects from this? Was this enough? Was the clinical question bank enough for your preparation, your revision more precisely?
Sir, I would say that I have not completed like the whole question bank, obviously.
Yeah, that's
but
impossible.
yes, sir. So, but for me, I think the medicine, I like the medicine question bank the most, because I think it's incorporating almost everything I have heard of, and plus the little extra information, and rest of the question banks like OB-GYN and like surgery and all. So these were also really helpful. But I think, according to me, the medicine question bank, I found it was very useful for me.
It was expansive enough to finish your preparation for medicine. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Right. So yes, it's that's what we say, that the bank is to the point, and it is in the right amount of questions. You could finish. I mean, the subject which you liked, and you could correlate with cardiology, you could correlate with medicine so well, and you could finish medicine completely. So, my impetus is always that you should read what is appropriate and what is adequate. They should be, you should have a endpoint to your preparation, because the course is limitless. So does this give you the satisfaction? That's my point, which I want to ask you. When you read the question bank, does this give you the satisfaction that, right, okay, fine, I'm done with medicine now. No, I have enough preparation. Now let me go to surgery. Let me go to OB-GYN or orthopedics or something like that. Does it give you that satisfaction?
Sir, actually, to be very honest, as a student, a person who is like very worried for the FMG exam, that person would never be satisfied with any type of question bank. That's a practical scenario. But yes, I would say when I completed the medicine question bank, I really got the confidence that, okay, I have a hold on the subject. So for that, I would say, and a few subjects more, then I practiced, and I felt, okay, if I can solve this type of question, I have got a hold of the subject. So yeah, it did help.
Good. And what else? What are the best features of this question bank? What is about the app which you read, and what are the best features? Any particular feature you want to tell us, apart from the bookmark questions and the ease of revision and the sense of completion? Apart from that, what do you feel? Any particular feature you want to guide the students who are going to follow PrepLadder?
Sir, the PrepLadder has very assorted videos. Like the revision videos are different, and the lecture videos are different. And you can go to practice questions, and you can go to the revision questions, and then in the later part you have the grand test. So the assortment is very good. For each part of your preparation, you have particular type of thing to practice about. So I like that feature, that every step of the practice, every step of the preparation, I got a different thing to practice and to focus on in the app.
So yes, so like we said, that in the question bank, you've really you found medicine excellent. You found that you could do surgery and gynae also, and we are so happy that you could gain with this, and you got such lovely marks. So what are your plans, Dr. Darshika? What are you going to do next, apart from planning for getting the best internship wherever you do? What are your plans? What are you going to become?
Sir,
what are you going to do in your life?
First of all, I want to be a good doctor, apart from anything else. And I want to be, I want to always understand the patient and always empathize with them. I think that is the key to be a good doctor. So that's there. And plus, I want to be a dermatologist in the upcoming time. And obviously, I'll be looking for an internship right now. And then I'll be preparing for NEET PG as well. And I'm looking forward for subscribing PrepLadder.
So one of my students, those all you wonderful students who got such good marks in your first attempt and you've done so well. There was a similar students just like you, a girl who called me after the NEET PG exam this time, and she said, "Sir, what do you tell about MAMC gynae and CMC gynae? I mean, you think this is all right, or should I join Bombay?" And I was like, you're talking to me as if you're getting all of them so easily. She said,
Yes,
sir,
sir.
I've got 124 rank. So I'm
Oh my
getting all of
God,
these. And she
that's
was my
amazing.
student from MCI. She was my student from MCI. So Darshita, I'm looking at you now. I'm looking at you now, giving me a call. I mean, whatever subject you're going to do in your life, give me a call after
Yes,
your
sir.
NEET PG and tell me, sir, I've got this rank in the top 500 or in the top 100 for that matter. And give me a
For
call and tell
sure.
me that, no, I'm trying to choose colleges. I'm not waiting for a college to fall in my lap. I'm going to choose a college just like this call. I was so excited. I've given this example. You MCI students are really, really surprising all of us now. And I'm so pleasantly surprised that you all doing very good in the exams. You're getting good marks. And there's so many examples of my MCI students who have, been my students in Russia, and they've come and done post-graduation under me here in the hospital where I'm working. And then they have become excellent gynecologists, anesthetists, and surgeons. And I'm looking towards you now, Darshita, to join that list and give me that call next time,
Yes,
probably
sir.
next year sometime. So what are plans to, how are you going to celebrate this? What are you doing apart from giving so many interviews?
Sir, actually, I just want a little outing with my family. I just want to go out with them since these are the people who were like constantly reassuring me, constantly supporting me, never letting me down. Anything I needed, they provided me. And they literally gave that everything for my preparation. My mom, dad, and my brother, they literally gave that everything for my
Wow.
preparation. They made
This
sure
is
that I was comfortable enough to prepare for that. They didn't bother me anywhere. So I'd probably go out on a short vacation with my family soon.
I hope mommy is listening to this part of the interview.
Yeah, she
She'll be
will
so
actually.
proud.
She's like
Did you say
outside.
that? Did
Yes,
you
sir.
tell all of this to them? Did you say this in so many words to them? This is so nice to hear.
Yes, sir.
It'll be great. It'll be great. Go and enjoy your moment. And this is that moment where you should go ahead and, those who work hard, they realize the value of these good moments. Those
Yes,
who strive hard, they'll understand the value of this moment. So enjoy a moment, enjoy it to the fullest, whichever manner you feel is appropriate. You want to go for an outing with your family, you want to visit a temple, or whichever, if you're religious or whatever you are, go and enjoy a moment and give your full, impetus to prepare for the PG. But then, like you said, be a very good doctor. Be a humane doctor. Be a humane doctor. Be tolerant. If you're not tolerant and if you're always on the edge, then you probably will never be able to realize what you could do while being tolerant and give to the patients. So be tolerant, be human, work very hard, and take it from me, Darshita, where you get your internship, work very hard during the internship. Don't cut corners. People like you will find time even while working hard. So while doing your internship, see the cases. Even if you find 1 hour in a day or 2 hours in a day, 1 hour is enough. If you have worked hard, use that information for the clinical exposure you got, and come back to whichever source of information you have, like the PrepLadder question bank or whatever. Come back and read a little bit every day so that you are prepared for the PG entrance in your internship itself. People who work hard in the internship get the choice of post graduation in the first attempt. And I'm correct. 90% I'm correct of what I'm saying.
thank you, sir.
10% can unfortunately not happen for everybody, but then yes, 90% I'm correct of what I'm saying. So good, good, very well done, and proud to have a student like you associated with PrepLadder. And it's been such a wonderful moment to have spoken to you. And congratulations once again, and enjoy your moment.
So much.
Any parting message for the students who of PrepLadder?
To all the students who are like they'll be up for the preparing for the upcoming FMG. I would say that do not be scared. Don't scare off because of this examination, because I have seen a lot of juniors getting scared that what will I do
Yeah.
because this exam was so difficult. I always told them that even I was scared when I gave the first part of the exam. I was really worried about my marks, but then in the end, the concept stayed with me, and no cramming will get you any further. Rectification is not always the key. Okay, I get it. Somewhere it
Precisely.
is. Yes, sir. But the concept will take you so much farther, because in the second part of the exam and the first part of the exam, only my concepts took me further. So I would say that when you read the question, you do not do not try to cram it. You try to learn the concept, and revision is always the key. Consistency is always the key. You revise as many times as you can possibly. You will get frustrated, but it's okay. You have to revise it all over again. The concept will just sit in your head forever. So that's how I did my preparation, and I would say that everyone should go for the revision, focus on the revision part always.
So, like Dr. Darshika said, don't let the fear of failure drive you away from a decent preparation for the exam. The fear of failure. Give your best, and success is definitely going to follow you. So, pleasantly surprised by the the amount of clarity you have in your mind. Such a young mind you are, and the kind of devotion you already have in your mind to do well as a doctor. So nice to hear all of this, and such young minds are so focused these days. So great, well done, Dr. Darshita. Enjoy a moment and have a wonderful internship and a great postgraduate life. Thanks for coming and finding time to discuss with us, and God bless you.
Thank you for having me, sir. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.